Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Book Season 2, 2021 edition. Happy New Year, guys. Today we have Miss Mylan Clement, PG Princess Extraordinaire, and of course the best from the West, the girl with the dragon tattoo, Miss Atia Ziad, and little me from Texas, not Tennessee, is here today. Unfortunately, Miss Harris couldn't join us, but she's here in spirit.
So I guess we could start with, our New Year's resolutions, if you've made any recently. So mine are, well, I've only come up with a few, is like to exercise more, because I have not been exercising for like the past few years. Um, Hold on, let me pull up my list, because I just did them today, because I hadn't really thought of any before, because I wasn't in the mindset to be thinking about resolutions for the new year, considering everything that was going on. So yeah, it's exercise more, budget better, write creatively every day, and look into therapy.
I can go next. So I think we know that Mylan puts a lot on herself, more than she should. Maybe engage in too many activities or jobs. So I'm setting more boundaries with professionally. And so I am definitely going to work on my mental health a little bit better and being able to balance work and personal life, because sometimes I feel like if I prioritize personal life in any way, then I'm taking away from my professional situation, which is not true. And I probably need to look into having more of a personal life instead of a professional life sometimes. And so that is what I'm working on for the next year.
Resolution. I'm not sure yet, but I know healthy lifestyle is on there. What else? Peace, joy. Good vibes, positive energy. Yeah. And then I don't know what else yet, but I'm gonna work. No negative people this year.
Cut them off quick.
Exactly. So, the Grammys are coming up this year, and I think the end of January, early February. And of course, as always, there's a lot of speculation and controversy that's following that. Most namely, this year has been a lot of artists of color are upset that they have been either snubbed or not recognized the way they should be in the space. And a lot of attention has been brought to maybe the people who are on the selection committee are not as diverse as people may think they are. So I guess, what do you guys think about that? Especially Nicki Minaj brought up that she did not receive Best New Artist. I think back in 2009, 2010, it was some guy named Bon Iver, and people haven't really heard of him since then. And then Kendrick Lamar was also saying how he lost to Taylor Swift for Best Album in 2016. And then, of course, Tiana Taylor has her issues with not being nominated at all. Not to mention a lot of other Black artists were not named appropriately in their categories. So what are we thinking, ladies?
Definitely considering all of that. Black people deserve better. That's all I can say. Deserve so much more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the back of my mind, I'm historically, the Grammys have never been that inclusive of people of color. And it just goes back to even back in the black and white television and any music in general, just during that specific time or before that. It's unfair, of course. No justice. No peace is what I'm thinking in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever means necessary to receive your title. Like that's the reason why we have like BET and MTV and Black MTV. I'm just saying Black MTV. And like now we're doing like Vivo and stuff like that. Like other platforms where we can listen to Black music. And I think that's why it's necessary to have these platforms. We don't have to listen to the Grammys. We don't have to, like I was telling Austin the other day, I said that I don't want a seat at that table. I don't want a seat at that table. It's not inclusive, and nor can I make it and change it if it's filled with systemic racism. I don't want a seat at that table. I want to build my own table, right? I'm going to build it myself and include the people who I want to include in, meaning everybody, basically, except people who are not inclusive of others. And so I want to devise a plan at my table how we're going to get rid of that table over there who are not including us. And so that's basically how I explained it to him. And so we have to build our own stuff. We've always had to build our own systems in order to progress within society and in our own society. We just need a little bit of confidence within ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I'm not happy. I do believe Nicki should have won during that time. And we all know Nicki was on like everything. She was pulling out, throwing out, like her music is just and I know people have like put Nicki and Cardi together, which they shouldn't do, or now Megan and Nicki. Like there were different times, like let people have what they. Why do we have to put female artists or women artists together and like against each other? No, just Nicki's Nicki, and y'all already know. We already had a little Barb conversation weeks ago. I just feel like these people snubbed it from her. And like you said, Bon Ivory. Really? And Swift? No. But I digress.
Yes, of course. And then, of course, you know, there's that whole issue that they had with Tiffany Haddish this year because they said she should be, and I quote, a lot of people were saying she should be grateful that they even offered her an opportunity to like host something. They weren't going to pay her at all. Like no makeup. She had to bring everything. And it was like a whole controversy. And she was like, I'm already established. You need to pay me what I'm worth. And people are like, you should be grateful, as like Marlene was saying, for like a seat at the table.
No.
Tiffany is an excellent comedian. I mean, other comedians have told her that she has some work to do because you need to be able to separate comedy and professionalism. They've said that in the past. I'm not saying that she's not professional, but in general, there's a reason why Tiffany Haddish has made it this far, though, because she has grit and she has a work ethic. So why are you trying to take not pay her dollars when you're willing to pay any white man within the industry their money?
It's not like she's new to this. Like she's established. She like has the time, and she should be paid for her time. Cause she's worth it. She's worth so much. And to just be snubbed like that, to practically be like, yeah, we like your time, but we don't think you're worth the money. It's bullshit.
So everyone have maybe like noticing that when you look back in 2020, we might have not have had a lot of movies come out during this year unless they were being streamed, and a lot of companies didn't want to do that, but there were people who are willing to do that. However, instead of having their movies come out in like theaters in 2020, they're having them come out in 2021. Hopefully, you know, not everything has been solidified, but you're going to see movies like the Ghostbusters. Now, I'm excited because that really had me wanting to be like a scientist back in the day, and had me interested in like ghosts. I'm like, oh, wow. You know, there were a few scenes that were very interesting that had me question what's beyond, you know. But I digress on that too. And this summer or spring coming up as well is Cinderella with, you know, our girl Camilla Cabello. What? Is it Camilla Cabello?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camilla Fellow. I was like,
No.
who's that?
No. Yeah, no. I was like, Milan looked so confused. I was like, did I say this? Butcher her name? No. She's Cinderella. She is Cinderella. And no, this Cinderella is not like others. Now they've been saying some stuff about her, right? Saying, oh, they don't acknowledge this one. I'm like, they're not acknowledging her because she's a person of color. But that's what's going on in my head, you know. But I mean, they're not even acknowledging Brandy. They weren't even acknowledging Brandy.
Oh yeah, they've totally passed over Brandy.
They were naming people who I'm like, I would never have thought of.
You know, that whole show was amazing. Movie.
Yeah.
Princess of Color, Prince of Color.
And was it a black person? Was it Raven who played Cinderella? Who played Cinderella? There was another.
No, it was
like back in the day.
Who? Ooh, that's a good question.
There have been multiple Cinderellas. That's why I'm like, wow. But this one,
there have been multiple like different adaptations of the Cinderella story.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Lizzie McGuire was one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have Lizzie McGuire, and she wasn't named on that list, but the whole situation is like if we have a lot of Cinderellas and stuff, and I don't see a single one being a person of color, I have a problem. I have a big problem. But people are a little bit angry, but they shouldn't be angry, right? Because it's actually there's a twist to this Cinderella. Like Atias was saying that it's an adaptation, but it's a twist. It's not your average regular Cinderella story. And what else? There's just so many movies coming out in general. Like those are the main ones that I know I'm very excited about. Because you know, I'm a princess or whatever. You know. Oh, but there's also also Mission Impossible. And new James Bond movie, of course, that had to come out. I think it's James Bond. Yeah.
Your kick ass.
It's just like but we also have Suicide Squad. The second one is coming out, or something. The Suicide Squad. I don't know how that's working out, but there's Suicide Squad, and there's also Black Widow, which I'm extremely excited for, because as we all know, like we haven't seen, minus Miss Marvel. I didn't like Miss Marvel's movie, so I'm not gonna even mention that. But we haven't had any like women focused Marvel movies. We've only had DC with Wonder Woman, which I saw Wonder Woman 1984 yesterday, and it was really good. I really recommend it. But I am excited for Black Widow because seeing Black Widow's origins would be very interesting, and I'm glad that a woman is being able to be portrayed in such a high light. Yeah, so that's movies with Mylan.
Oh, speaking of fairy tale adaptations, when is the Ariel movie supposed to come out?
Oh shoot.
Do they have a set date?
That's a good point.
Because they just released the full cast list months ago, so I don't know if they have a set date yet.
No, Miss Callie is supposed to be Ariel.
I don't think it was canceled.
Like
not cancel, but push back.
Maybe.
It makes me feel bad because I was like, they canceled it completely.
No. Oh, they suspended it in March 2020 due to the pandemic.
Oh,
so they haven't. I don't think they started up. It's okay. She could still sing those high pitches and stuff. I want to try something.
As long as they keep the production going, then I'm cool. Violet, what are you doing?
This is Violet.
What?
My ASMR channel.
I don't know if we're gonna do that this year. Oh, how did you guys celebrate the New Year? Did you have family over, or was it just like, everyone who was already in the house? What happened?
Just me and my family watching Miss Meg the Stallion bring in the new year with her classic body. Song. Yes. Heard Doja sing "Say So" for the millionth time.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm annoyed by that song.
I saw In Vogue. They were on TV too.
Oh, cool!
They look good after all these years. Not that they were. It's just like they look good.
Yeah, my older brother was out with his girlfriend. He did come home briefly to change clothes to more fancier clothes, and I ended up taking photos for them. They're so cute. But the rest of us were watching Knives Out before the ball drop. Yes, good movie. I had seen it already, so I was kind of just chilling on my phone, but that's a good movie.
I watch movies too. Like I said, Wonder Woman, but I was watching we watched a lot of movies yesterday. I was tired. I don't know why. I was just tired. But I know why. Because we eat Chinese food every New Year's Eve before the ball drops, so we can eat and watch movies, and that is our Christmas tradition since I don't even know, like maybe my middle school times, or like I think it's high school. I was in high school, like maybe freshman year. I don't know, but we just been doing it every year now.
That's cool. Every year is different for us. I think this is the first year in a while, since like freshman year, I think, that I hadn't gotten sick, which is nice. I'm healthy now. But yeah, I was kind of tired.
We were tired of 2020. What are some things that we're looking forward to 2021 that, we might be also getting rid of in 2020, minus our wonderful president?
Wonderful.
That is such an intriguing question.
Yeah. What
What
are
we looking forward to doing in 2021 that we got rid of in 2020?
No. Not like you could have gotten rid of something. Like you could be getting rid of something during this 2021. Like you're rid of it, right? But now you might be taking something up that's new, or you just gaining something new, or some new experience. Do you have anything planned? I know we're in a pandemic, but as we get closer, like, to receiving vaccines, because there will be vaccines that are not the emergency usage authorization vaccines. They're actually going to be vaccines that are complete, have been completely simulated. So, like after you get the vaccine, you know, you and your grandmother, and then it's you and your mom and your brothers.
I don't know, because there's that new strain that's starting to go around. So I'm gonna wait and see.
I'm gonna go travel the world.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
but I would like to travel some.
Well, maybe not the world. Maybe I'll start with like the country first, and then go from there.
I need to go visit you guys and some family in Hawaii.
Oh.
Yo, we can go visit your family in Hawaii as well.
I mean, if they're down for it, for sure, you guys can come.
Yeah, no, I have never been to Hawaii. You know, my parents went when I was in 2nd grade, and they brought me a bunch of stuff back. However, I want to go see it for myself.
Me too.
I went once in like elementary school. I forget how old I was, but I think it was only for like a day or two. I don't really remember much from that trip except for like this really nice purple bread. I guess it's made from like potatoes, like a specific type of potatoes. So it's really good. It's pretty much the only thing I remember. But it was nice.
Yeah. Girls trip.
Yeah. I'm hoping we travel outside the country. Maybe not this year, but for sure, eventually.
Yeah. You know, I really want to like broaden my experiences and say that I did certain things. You know, I mean, I've done stuff, but I feel like I could live life even more. So one day I know that I want to jump off of a cliff in the water. I don't know how that's going to do with my reaction and time. That might be, I might not do that properly, and I could get very hurt and not come back from that experience. However, I would like to do it one day.
Not put that into the universe. You're gonna come back. You're gonna make it.
I've seen people land terribly, you know, and they get really hurt from like, you know, especially if you belly flop. Yeah. If you belly flop, knock the wind out of your soul. Oh no. Oof. And that would be me. I'll be like, I don't know. Any plans for any children?
You're always on this question.
A baby?
A whole
baby? From me?
What is your timeline, Mylin, for this? Like, when do you expect us? When do you expect us to have kids?
You know, I just, like, it might magically happen, like, hi, Mylin, how are you? This is the Blue Book. Boop! You know, like...
You just expect us to pop up one day and be like, hey, guys, this is our next episode. Oh, by the way, this is our newest member.
Yep.
Like, we just told you a secret child that we didn't talk about.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not happening. First off, no, I think all of us are single. I'm not seeing anybody. So, I mean, I had a guy, but we're not currently talking. We will again at some point, but he's like taking a break to focus on himself. I'll go into that story later.
Okay.
Maybe not on the Blue Book, but
yeah. We after Blue Book. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Kylan?
Yo, I be seeing this dude all the time. And you know I love them beards, right? I love a beard. And he got long hair, right? Like wool, right? And he has skin of bronze. Oh my goodness. And he's talented in the kitchen. Like he can make something out of nothing. Like I remember when he made like some bread, like loaves of bread and some fish, and out of nothing. And he literally, we ran out of wine one night, and he turned water into wine. This man is multi-talented. He's a healer. Like
Talking about Jesus.
He's a
Oh my
physician.
God.
He's a physician. And how can a physician also be a minister? He's a minister in my heart. It's God. And he's so talented. I love this man.
Helen, how old is he?
33.
33.
And let me tell you, he has experienced violence in his life.
He was nailed to a cross, wasn't he?
Maybe. He had some times with a tree. They called him a tree hugger, but we all know what that's code word for in the Black community, okay?
He needs some milk.
Wow. Interesting.
Fun. Tell us about your endeavors.
My endeavors? Oh, no children over here. I'm just, living my life. No kids here. Nothing to surprise anybody with. Sorry to disappoint you, ladies.
I'm not disappointed.
It'd be a surprise to me, too.
Highly disappointed.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were in this pack together.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I made a pact.
I didn't know it was for this
What
year.
pact?
You remember Milan remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Milan has remembered since college.
I didn't think it was for 2021. I was not aware of that.
Okay, so you wanted a specific number where we're all getting pregnant at the same time.
Age, yeah.
Okay, so what are we feeling?
I was thinking somewhere after maybe 2027, somewhere around there. Maybe 2026. Yeah.
Okay. That's doable.
Okay.
Wait a minute. That's 6 years from now.
2027. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down. I forget that I'm old.
You have to calculate your age.
Young anymore. Like literally in 17 days, I'm about to be mid-20s? Meaning I have
25.
No, it's for 25 and 26, I think. So technically, if you think about it, you're turning mid-20s. You're in your mid-20s in a minute.
That's so wild.
I
said that's so wild because I've heard other people say 25, 26, and then you're just old at 27.
No. Look, think about it. When you think about the numbers.
I see what you're saying when you group them together.
Yeah. And people don't think about that. They're just not doing math right, Milan. Sometimes people don't think. And you don't listen to those people who don't think, Milan. If they don't think on an everyday basis and don't think statistically and mathematically on an everyday basis, then you need to start dropping friends.
Yeah, 25 is like the year you're supposed to be like at least just entering your career path.
Mm-hmm. And think of 24 as you're just prepping. You're prepping, Milan. You're prepping.
Okay.
You're prepping.
Okay, so from now on, when I have friends that are turning 25 and they're like, I hit mid-20s, I'm going to be like, you're late.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Period, poo. Now,
like everyone has their own path. Some people don't end up in their like career path, like the one that's really for them until like later.
I'm sorry, Atia, but we already submitted the pack, okay, and to your 30s. So whatever you're doing, you're gonna have to drop it, okay? You're gonna have to drop it at 30, and we're all getting pregnant. Period.
Okay. I will think about that. I don't want to make any guarantees in case anything happens.
Yeah, I have to. You know what? That's a good point, because there's other people that have to be consulted in that. They may not be. They may not be ready for a child.
I am your keeper. I am my sister's keeper. I keep you because you're my sister. And who? Sisters before misters.
Except for the fact that the mister is the father of the child.
It's okay. I'm auntie of the child. Period. They're going to Spelman. Period. And if it's a boy, they're going to Howard. Period.
Oh.
Not Morehouse.
Atia's in a different situation.
Morehouse anymore.
Atia's in a different situation because her brother went to Morehouse, and there's no doubt in my mind that won't happen, because auntie will make sure that happens. Okay, that's for all of y'all kids.
Honestly, I'm not even sure I'm gonna send my daughter to Spelman. I do want her to go to HBCU because.
Okay, Howard.
We'll look into it.
FAMU, Xavier,
wherever she wants to go, as long
Hampton.
as HBCU.
Where I'm.
Okay, she's gonna be like Spelman.
Yes. If she wants to go to Spelman, then sure. But if she doesn't, then I'm not gonna fight her.
It's okay. She'll want to.
Spelman for her kids.
Oh, yeah.
She'll want to. She'll want to. Your daughter will want to.
Who, me?
I will. No. I'm talking about Tia. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be whispering in her ear as a child, and when she's a baby. Let her first steps be towards Spelman.
Sure. We'll see if I let you get close enough.
It's okay. I'm the crazy auntie. Okay. Well, thank you for having the Blue Book session. I know it's very different, very crazy, and this is what happened when you don't have your sis Ilana to help us along the way. So Ilana, we miss you, girl, and hopefully we'll see you on the next episode of the Blue Book. I love you much, sis.
The book is book.